Well, it's time to wake it up with what's popping in the state.
Hey.
It's time for us to find out what's popping in the state. Live on Alabama Hip Hop Radio on the ShamahdTv morning show. For starters, allegedly, this has something to do with us locally down here. It's a park on Old Shell Road called Lavretta Park. Okay, now me being a person that does go to that park, it's a low-key park in a Caucasian neighborhood. Like I said, it's a cool little park. Like I said, you can go out there, you can play basketball, you can teach your kids how to ride bikes. You can have picnics, they have movie days. It's a lot of stuff they want to do, but it's a resident out there named Miss Gwen. You know, she came up and she told us that was out there that apparently the Mobile City Council is trying to take away the park and bring in pickleball. I didn't even know pickles had balls.
You gotta elaborate that for me. Like,
Tennis, pretty much.
Why did you just say that?
It's like a shorter range tennis. Like you see, like all the lines that they have on like I don't know if you actually been on an actual tennis court.
Yeah.
But if you are on an actual tennis court, like shorten it to where them lines at and shit, and then they'll have like a certain length net. And what you do is like you basically hit it and make sure the ball doesn't bounce on the ground at all.
So this is like life-size ping pong.
Something like that, but it doesn't bounce and hit the floor at all.
Gotcha. All right.
And so also with that going on, the reason being that they want to eliminate the park is because they're trying to take away the riffraff in the community. Riffraff.
Explain, please.
Okay. Well, the basketball goal. You know, I like to hoop.
I do too.
I like to watch niggas hoop.
I
think like to watch niggas hoop, right?
Riffraff.
Yeah, that's the riffraff.
Yes, and then I was also, told that it was an incident to where the kids in the neighborhood stayed out there at the basketball court because they heard that the city council was going to come and pull the goals up. So the children in the neighborhood stayed out there till 4:30 in the morning, and when they came out a couple hours later, their goals were took, and what the city put in place was a broke down basketball goal. Just so they can have reason to take away the park. But what the lady Miss Gwen and her husband did, instead they bought basketball goals to keep them out, you know, to put in place, you know, just to show them like the riffraff did not cause that.
It was y'all that wanted to cut down on the riffraff. Did that. Just so y'all can say the riffraff did it.
Yes.
And we're gonna shout that out to Miss Gwen for looking out for a real nigga.
Go on, man.
Yeah, and also
little niggas in the hood. And no donuts.
And also too, if you want to do anything about it to keep this from happening, make sure you get at Miss Gina Gregory on the Mobile City Council and tell her that you do not want them to take over the park, please. And also to the niggas out there, this is in a white neighborhood, so since we're bringing light to this situation, please don't go out there and prove these white people right about us being riffraff. Just go out there.
I'm on that type of time, but let's not do that because we got Big Gwen. You feel me? She
looking out.
She looking out. Just be cool and let's have a good time,
please.
You know? And whenever they say riffraff, they act like we the only ones they call riffraff. Like they don't be fighting doing soccer or stuff like that. Like they whole countries riot behind soccer. They don't call that riffraff. They just call it what they call it. Just passionate fans.
Oh, what about fencing?
Yeah.
You didn't know I knew about that one.
Little croquet.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A little hacky sack shit. But it's always us that I feel like they just be targeting for no reason. They need to stop that shit. Just because we be beating y'all wives down don't mean that y'all gotta just shit on us.
Yes, and then another thing. Trust me, niggas know what a nigga at. Trust me, if you go out to that park, you know you ain't finna come out there with the riffraff. So, yeah. Please make sure you get at Miss Gina Gregory on the city council and tell them that you want Lavretta Park to still stay intact. Thank you. Okay.